All right. Hey, y'all. Hey. What's up? This is your girl Rita, also known as the self proclaimed gold digger. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I am so glad to have you. But if you are a fellow gold digger, welcome back. Y'all know I love and I appreciate each and every one of you. And today is Side Hustle Saturday. So I am back, trying to get back into the swing of things, coming to y'all with the Side Hustle Saturdays again. Y'all may or may not know, I started getting into side hustles back during, 2020 when everything started happening with, with everything that was going on in the country. And when I had to close down my business and I realized that one source of income was too close to zero. So that's when I started exploring a whole bunch of different side hustles, checking various things out. And landing upon one main one now. Couple of, well, mystery shopping and the notary is probably what y'all know me for. And now last week I told y'all I was looking for a new side hustle, and actually I think I found it, but I'm not gonna share it just yet. But I do have a new side hustle that I'm going to be doing. It's not really new; it's kind of old, something that I had stopped doing, but um, I already started getting into it, but before I go any further, I am going to go ahead and give y'all the Side Hustle Saturday song since y'all like that so much. Um, yes, and then I'm looking at my notes, I'm going to get into the topics that I was planning on discussing and everything. So y'all are going to have to excuse me on today. Today has been an interesting day already. And I just want to make sure, since I had said that I was going to do the live when I did Tipsy Tuesday on Tuesday, I wanted to make sure I did jump on and do the Side Hustle Saturday live as well. But y'all have to excuse my appearance because your girl has been working out, and after I do this, I got to finish one other workout. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. I got to remember the ditty. All right. It's Side Hustle Saturday. Side Hustle Saturday. Ooh, it's Saturday. Ooh, it's Saturday. It's Side Hustle Saturday. All right, so y'all have officially been welcomed, or if you're not familiar, introduced to Side Hustle Saturday. Let's see, what's up, April? Good to see you. I'm seeing the comments now. I can see your music notes. Yes, so April was one of April, this is the reason why I'm going live since you requested it, for me to do Side Hustle Saturday live. So just trying to give y'all what you want. Still haven't decided on a song for Tipsy Tuesday, but I'll have something figured out by then. So yes, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So I mentioned, because I already kind of started, I mentioned I had gotten into my side hustles during when everything went down in 2020. I'm actually, side note, what I was going to be talking about today before I decided to do the live, I was just going to do a recap of all my different side hustles and like give y'all a rundown of if I would recommend them, not recommend them, that kind of thing, since I had tried out a good little bit of side hustles. So I'll get that video to y'all probably, if it's not next week, the following week. And if there are any side hustles that y'all are looking for me to look into, because I have also looked into various different side hustles, like doing, when I say do research, like just seeing what all might be involved, but never pulled the trigger on what's going on. You're welcome, April. So if y'all are interested in me doing those, I can't really, just let me know, but I don't know a whole lot other than what I researched and decided against getting into. So if you know me though, you know if I'm doing a side hustle, it's probably relatively easy in terms of skill set. And it usually doesn't require a whole lot of time, or it shouldn't require a whole lot of time. And that is what I'm looking for once again. And y'all let me know what, April, do you consider your mystery shopping as a side hustle or your main hustle? But y'all let me know what side hustles y'all are doing as well as any side hustles that y'all might be looking into doing. Because like I said, I'm on the hunt for a new one, even though I do have one that I'm going to try, but I'm going to see how everything works out. I'm actually going to be doing, I know I'm being kind of cryptic because I don't want to share with y'all just yet. But I'm supposed to be doing some stuff for that this weekend to get things up and running and everything. All right. So April says, you already know I'm interested. Thanks, April. You always be representing and everything. So I really do appreciate that. Y'all. So, but what I will say with me doing all the different side hustles, one of the things I wanted to talk about why I kind of struggle with the side hustles. One, the biggest thing that I struggle with is just my time management. And y'all know I'm probably, or you may not know, because some of y'all are new. I just have a lot of things on my plate, and managing my time when it comes to the various different side hustles and making sure I'm giving it appropriate time and attention and that kind of thing, to be able to grow the business, so to speak, in certain aspects. Certain things require more time, more attention, and that kind of thing. So I have struggled with different side hustles because I would be into it for a few months and then my time just wasn't there, and I thought the business would be at a certain place where I didn't need to devote as much time and attention to it, and it doesn't always pan out like that. Or something that I thought was going to be easy actually requires a little bit more work. Or if I'm being totally honest too, sometimes I just lose interest in different things. I will share this with you. One of the side hustles that I am going to be picking back up, and this isn't the main one, is my Mercari store. So when at one point in time I was selling on Mercari, and I actually was making pretty decent money selling on Mercari. And then I got kind of, I don't know, I think when you first join Mercari, they really like boost you up because you're new or whatever. And then I don't know what happens with the algorithm. I honestly haven't been on there in over a year. So I don't know, but then things started waning and you got to keep posting stuff and changing up pictures and stuff like that. But I have a whole bunch of stuff that I need to get rid of. And I figured before, and I've donated a whole bunch of stuff to like the Salvation Army as well. But some of the other stuff, I'm like, let me just throw this stuff up on Mercari and see what happens. I'm going to put it up there for a couple of months, see if it moves. If it doesn't, then it's going to the Salvation Army. But if I can make some money with it, that is what I plan on doing. So that is one that I am going to get back into. And if you have any old stuff, like look into Mercari. It was pretty, like I said, I haven't been on it in over a year, but when I first got on there, it was pretty straightforward and easy to like join. And I want to say, like I said, I don't know if they were boosting me up, but like a day after or a couple of days, if I'm remembering correctly, I got a sale and I was already like selling stuff, which is more than you would get if you just donated it to the Goodwill or to the Salvation Army or whatever. So I was like pleasantly surprised, and people would message me. What I will say this, what turned me off from it, or why I kind of stopped doing it, and I might even still have active postings, I don't even know, but what stopped me from doing it is some of those customers were a little aggy, and they were like wanting measurements and stuff like that, and I'm like, I ain't got time. Like, you see this outfit and it's less than $10, like, do you want it or not? Like, it ain't that much. It's not that expensive. Take a gamble or whatever. Like, come on now. It's not a whole lot of money. I understand you got to pay shipping and stuff like that, but if it don't work out, just turn around and sell it. Give it to somebody. Like, I ain't got time to be measuring all this stuff. I don't know. It says the size large. That's all I know. Large is what the size is. I don't know the inseam and all this. No, and I'm not about to take out a tape measure. So I was ignoring people for that. Let's see. Let me look at the comments real quick. April said, okay, so mystery shopping is your side hustle because depending on the month or the week, things can switch up with mystery shopping. Yes, definitely. And then she says, I've been thinking about selling stuff on eBay, and an LOL. Yeah, my husband sells stuff on eBay. Or he used to sell stuff on eBay, and he was doing pretty good. Like, packages were getting shipped out every day. It was ridiculous and everything, and that's why we got the scale, and he got the little UPS account and all that kind of stuff, and even I think with PayPal and all that kind of stuff. And every now and then he still sells different things on eBay. So he does really well. And I know some other people who do really well with eBay. I don't know why I never did get into eBay selling, but I do like um Macari. I don't know if it was because it's so big, like it's so much stuff you can find on eBay, and all I have is clothes. So I didn't know if I would get lost in the sauce with me just selling clothes. And who buys clothes on eBay? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Do y'all buy clothes on eBay? Because I ain't never bought no clothes on eBay. So maybe it's just my mindset that I thought like maybe nobody would buy my stuff or whatever. But Macari definitely has been working out. And since I have a whole bunch of stuff to get rid of, I'm going to be posting some things before the end of the month to see what moves in on my Macari thing. So, but anyway, y'all, I done got off topic. All right. So the challenges I have with doing my various side hustles. One, I said my time and my focus, as well as y'all, if I really did what I really want to do, like I'm a pretty creative person. Like I like making stuff. But I don't have time to be sitting down there and handcrafting stuff that people would want or whatever. But if I really did have the time, I would love to be able to like create different things like for people's weddings, baby showers, that kind of thing. Like that's the kind of stuff I love to do. Like just creating different stuff, making wreaths, making I used to make the little diaper cakes and stuff when that was popular for baby showers. I don't even know what's popular for baby showers because none of my friends, we too old to be having, I ain't gonna say we can't have babies, but we getting too old to be having babies like that. So I don't even know what's popular with baby showers, but things like that. I love crafting and doing that kind of stuff. But crafting takes so much daggone time, y'all. But I love doing it. I haven't really done it in a while just because my time is limited. But if I had a extensive amount of time and I could do whatever I want, I would love to be able to create different crafts and things like that. And that's kind of why one of the reasons I got the Etsy store too. And then I started doing something different because I realized, yeah, you ain't got time to be making no custom products for people, and people can be really, really, really picky. So challenges with my side hustles is my time, the focus, like how much focus and how much attention am I going to give to it, as well as how much money I can potentially make from it. So like even with the crafts, for an example, when I was doing some of the crafts and making it for like friends and family and things like that, and some of them I charged, some of them I didn't charge or whatever. But if you look at like when I would look at similar things that were on there, it was like you're not really making money for the amount of time that you're putting into these crafts. And that's what I have been finding also with my other side hustles. Like in terms of mystery shopping, it's like what April mentioned, like it's her side hustle because the money fluctuates depending on the week, the month, and that kind of thing. I've always told y'all for mystery shopping, I used it more so to replace things that I was already going to pay for or help cover the cost of things that I was already going to pay for. I didn't necessarily use it for extra money. I used it so I could have the things that I was already planning on get, or the experiences that I was already planning on doing. Like I told you before, me and my husband, we would go out to eat at different restaurants and things like that. And then it would be like a date night or something like that. The grocery shops, that's why I love those. It helps save on my grocery money. Now, when I was doing those bank shops, yes, that was like extra income. But even with that, it was more so, if it was the extra income, it was going towards like family night or, things I would buy, like my little, how you get like a cup of coffee or something like that. It would be like my little play money. But it wasn't necessarily like I wasn't trying to I ain't gonna say get rich off it, but I wasn't trying to like actively replace any income with mystery shopping. One, I was just curious to see what was going on. Now, I will say when I first got into mystery shopping, and I shared this with y'all, but y'all may or may not remember, I first got into mystery shopping like when I was in college. Now, when I was doing it in college, yes, it was a little bit extra income, but even then, some of the shops were things I was already doing. Like I remember I got like a eye exam and some glasses and stuff from mystery shopping or whatever. So, and you know, you're a little broke college student and stuff like that. Like, let me go do this. Y'all see, I need glasses. So I'm like, let me go ahead and do this little mystery shop and get me my free eye exam and some glasses and stuff. So even back then when I was doing it, it was more so to help supplement. But yes, some of these side hustles, though, you have to be really, really careful to make sure the amount of time you're spending is actually going to be worthwhile for the money that you are getting. And the notary is why I love, love, love it so much, because for the amount of time that I spend doing it, I make a good bit of money, or a decent amount of money, without a whole lot of time investment. And also, I think what people fail to realize when we do these side hustles and things like that, or we do different things, you want, and I might do another video about this, because something just came to me earlier today when I was shopping at a local business. We're doing it for a profit. Like we ain't doing it just to be doing it. This isn't a hobby. And I think some people are surprised when you charge certain prices and stuff like that. Like, I ain't doing this for free. Like, I'm trying to make money. Otherwise, what is the point of me doing it? So getting other people to see the value of your services. Same thing with like the crafts and things like that, which is why I got out of it, or I didn't really do it a whole lot, is because with the crafts, you're kind of tapped out or limited unless you're doing some really, really custom, beautiful, creative crafts. Now I'm creative, but I ain't that good, y'all. I mean, I'm decent, but you know, I ain't coming up with world-changing ideas or anything like that. And so when you look at the other people in your area and what they're selling it for, you kind of can get tapped out, and then it makes it not worthwhile for you to continue doing it. Or other people are charging lowball prices, because especially with the crafts, people trip me out with the crafts. They're like, well, I only invested $10 in it, and so I'm gonna sell it for $20 or whatever. Like, girl, it took you an hour to do it, so all you making is $10 an hour. Like, I'm not getting into crafts just to be making $10 an hour. So people don't realize the value that they're adding, or the value of their time that it takes when they're creating stuff. And I see that happening a lot when it comes to different side hustles. So people think, oh, it didn't take that long, or I don't have that much money invested in it, so I'll charge X, Y, and Z, not realizing the value that you're providing to the person who is purchasing from you, or the service that you're providing to them, or whatever. Like, if you're making something for somebody's wedding or a baby shower, especially like for a wedding product, like that's a once in a lifetime event. And you can't be charging like a low price for something that you put 2 hours of work in, and you decide to charge $30 or $40. And it's like, and just because you only have like $10 worth of material in it, it's like, this is something that they're going to hold on to, that they're going to cherish, or that they're really going to value, or that's really going to make their ceremony beautiful. Like, realize the value that you're providing, and stop charging based off of, oh, the fabric only cost me, $2 a yard or whatever, and that kind of thing. And you're forgetting about how much time you're putting into it, or the actual benefit the person on the receiving end is going to get from it. So that's my thing with some of the side hustles. Like, we don't value the service that we're providing, or the product that we're providing, and so we tend to lowball ourselves. And I see this all the time with the notary business. Like, people do not realize the actual service they're providing. And I get it. Some people, the world is always looking for something that's going to be quick, easy, cheap, that kind of thing. But at the same time, like, I'm not doing this just to pass the time. I'm not doing this because this is the best thing that I can do. There's plenty of other things that I can try to do, or other things that I can be doing with my time. So I don't know. So y'all, when I do these little side hustles, Saturday rants, I'm sorry. I get on a little rant. So I ain't even look at the comment. Let me see at some of the comments. Thank you, April, for keeping the chat popping. April said, I never bought clothes on eBay, but I have seen clothes there. Yeah. See, I haven't even really seen clothes on there, but to be honest, I'm not even on eBay like that. But yeah, I don't know and I don't even know if I saw the clothes, would I buy the clothes on eBay? So that was my whole thing. And then April said, I could see that would be profitable. That was probably earlier when I was on a tangent. Gender reveals are very popular. Yes, now I see that. And I don't even know, because I guess if you do balloons and stuff like that, like even y'all, at one point in time, I was looking into doing this. This is how random and stuff for the side hustle. I was looking into doing, you know how they do the balloon arches and stuff like that. But once I saw how much time it takes to do that, I'm not saying I can't do it. Like I could figure anything out. I could probably figure it out and everything, but baby, I ain't trying to spend that kind of time doing these doing these balloon arches. Kudos to the people who do it. And I appreciate the people who charge what they charge, because I ain't even mad at you. That's the other thing. Once you start doing some side hustles, or you're in a side hustle and you realize too how much time you put into stuff, it makes you really appreciate the other people. Like, that's why I don't even haggle people about prices and stuff like that. Like, you know what? Like, I know you ain't doing this for free. I know you're not doing this to pass the time. Like, get your coin. Let me know what your fee is. If it's in my budget, I'm gonna pay, no questions asked. Other people be asking all these questions like, why it costs so much? Like, you know what? I ain't for you if you asking all these questions or whatever. Let me see. April says to subsidize the cost of enjoying life. And April says, I agree. I'm writing a book, but with ebooks being $4.99 max, I don't think it's worth it to write. I think you can still do it. Remember, you had mentioned using Chat GPT for your mystery shopping. Use Chat GPT to write that book, girl. And I think it would be worth it. But it depends. I will say this: it depends on what type of book or what you're wanting your book to do for you. But if it's an ebook, yeah. Now, if you were trying to write like a regular book or whatever, of course, no, you want to charge more. But if it's an ebook, and depending on what is in there, I would pay for it. Like, I would pay $4.99 for it, especially if I knew who you were and that kind of thing, and I felt that the information was going to be helpful. Now, I have seen some ebooks, and they are not an ebook; they are an e-pamphlet. Like, ma'am, sir, this is not a book. This is like a brochure. Like this, like, now, if you charge $4.99 for that, now that's that's a whole nother story. But if it's a legit book with some pages, and I've seen some where they try and make it like 20 pages, but half of it is pictures. Like, I didn't know I was paying for a picture book. I didn't know this was a children's picture book or whatever. Just to try and make it seem longer. Now that, yeah, I'm not necessarily down with that. And I see people doing that to make their books longer. And I have fell for it and purchased it. And I'm like, this is a bunch of junk. Well, I ain't gonna say a bunch of junk, but it's not any information in there, especially the people who sell those workbooks and stuff like that. Oh, get the accompanying workbook with it, and it's just a whole bunch of pages with blank lines in it and a quote. Like, I didn't know this was a journal or a devotional. Like, if I knew I was paying this for a journal, then that's fine. This is supposed to be a workbook, and I don't see any real exercises in here other than, telling me to list different things or whatever. But yeah, I would pay that for an ebook, but I would suggest getting like Chat GPT to help you write it, so you're not having to spend a whole lot of time. But April, have you seen some of these people ebooks? Child, people out here selling any and everything and making their money. You know what? I ain't even mad at them, because if somebody's gonna buy it, like I done fell for it too. Someone's gonna buy it. It's always gonna be a fool in the world. I done played the fool, so somebody is gonna be fool enough to buy it. And some people are actually going to find value from it. I will say that. And I was not the one to find value for it. So I probably was not their ideal client or customer, but some people will swear by it and say, oh, this was so helpful and all that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind as well. And April says, those balloon arches take an hour minimum. Yes, girl. We had one for like my daughter's party, and I was like, I didn't know it was all this. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's not for me. And April does say ChatGPT is helping with the book. So I have one by that's like, of course, April, I would support. What's your book going to be about? I will support and read it, especially since I'm on my reading kick. I'm trying to get to 52 books by the end of the year. I was on track, y'all. If I was to do a third quarter update, because we're like, what, 2 weeks away from the third quarter, I'm behind. I got so sidetracked. I probably need to catch up. I'm probably at least like 5 weeks behind in my books. But I'm gonna catch up because I'm gonna reach my goal of reading 52 books. And I actually just got a new book that I'm excited about reading, but I need to finish the other book. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right. And April says her book is going to be valuable information about my job that I wish I knew in the beginning. I would do an ebook for $25. that was 12 sentences of things I already knew. She marketed that book to be something more. I bought a book. Yes, that's what I don't like. People are making it seem like, oh, it's going to tell you all this stuff where really it's just like a prelude to get you to get their course or sign up for something else, or now you got to get this or whatever. I don't like that kind of stuff. It's like, just be honest with me up front. And if you know your stuff really doesn't have any valuable information in there, throw that sucker in there for free, but don't make it seem like it's all that it's supposed to be. All right. Okay. And hold on. April says online domination and fetish work. That's what it's going to be about. I don't even believe you, but there is an audience. Girl, you can charge more for that though. If that's what it's really, if that's what it's really about, you could definitely charge more for that. So, but yes, but those are some of the challenges I have with doing the side hustles. And I know some people have challenges with just startup costs and things like that. All of the things that I have tried really have not cost me any money. Only thing that has really cost me money is the notary business, just because you got to get your notary commission. But even with that, it was like minimal cost. Like I would say less than $500, depending on what you want to do. Like it could even be cheaper than that. It could be like less than $100, honestly, for notary. But everything I've started has not really cost me any money. Now, this new side hustle that I'll share with y'all in a couple of weeks, yes, that one did cost, but it was still under $1,000. It was still under $1,000. The cost for it or whatever. Which is horrible because I really have not acted upon it, and I invested money in it. Yeah. So, and I forgot about it, honestly, until I started really thinking about what the heck can I do? And then I was like, oh yeah, you got this. So, but yeah, I'll let y'all know about that. Y'all let me know, are there any challenges y'all face with, the other thing, because I forgot. The other thing I find is a struggle with side hustles is just being consistent. The consistency in terms of myself being consistent with it, and staying motivated and determined to go after it. Because I would say, like with the notary stuff, you do need to market, and I'm so thankful that I'm still getting business and I haven't been marketing. Same thing like with my Etsy store. I think I would do better if I marketed it more or even talked about it more or whatever. But even that, just being consistent and consistently like plugging your business or whatever, because nobody else is going to plug it. And I've shared with y'all before, if McDonald's, Walmart, all these big corporations, if they still feel like they have to market and do advertisements, what makes you think that you can't? So, yeah, consistency has been a struggle on my part, as well as consistency in terms of money, like making sure I'm consistently getting a certain amount of money on a regular basis. And April mentioned about mystery shopping. Yeah, it's up and down. And even with the notary business, there are ups and downs, especially depending on what type of market you are doing for notary, but I can safely say that I have consistently made income month after month, and the income that I'm looking for, so to speak, because you can make money, but it ain't enough money or whatever. I have consistently made the income that I'm looking for month after month with my notary business, which is why I'm definitely sticking with it. Like I can literally see myself doing notary stuff like when I'm in my 50s, 60s, because to me, that's how easy and flexible it is. Like I can literally see myself doing that and helping people and stuff like that, and it not being such a time suck or energy drain or anything like that. And I legitimately enjoy when I go to these different places and I talk to the people and the people I meet and just have various conversations with them. I legitimately enjoy all of my interactions that I've had so far as a notary. So I can see myself doing that for a long time, and it's stress free. All right, but y'all let me know too, because I see we're 30 minutes in. What are some of your struggles that you have had with either starting a side hustle or within your side hustle that I might not have touched upon or that I could possibly offer you advice on? Let's see. N Carter, what's up, N Carter? Thank you for joining. He or she says, I'm struggling to start my notary business. Do I get an LLC right now or no? Deciding on a business name, cards, website. I'll be doing it part-time, so not sure what to do. All right, great questions. In Carter, I don't know where you're located. If you don't mind sharing, you can. I do not have an LLC. I'm gonna be honest with you. I said this year I was going to look into getting one because, like I said, the business has been consistent, and I need to start doing something. And like after talking to my accountant, I'm probably going to have to do something soon, like within like next year or whatever. Like I'm probably not going to be able to put it off much longer. But if you're just getting started, like I've been doing this since 2020. Well, 2021 was when I really got involved. So like almost 2 years, over 2 years. I wouldn't really worry about an LLC right now. Business name, it depends on what you're trying to do it for. In Carter, okay, so in Carter, you're in. Hold on, is this Nikki? If it's not, just let me know. I don't think that's Nikki's last name, but anyway, so you're in California, and are you trying to do? It depends on what you're trying to do. Because if you're trying to do like real estate documents and that kind of stuff, I would tell you don't really worry too much about a name, because for those, you're pretty much signing up on, okay, I'm Nancy, I'm sorry. You're pretty much signing up on a platform. So it doesn't really, I won't say it doesn't matter, but it doesn't have as big of an impact because they're just reaching out to you from the platform. Now, if you're trying to do like general notary work and that kind of stuff, then that's where your name matters more, because then you're going to want to have like a Google business page, and your Google business page is what's going to help people find you for like the general notary work. But if you're mainly wanting to do like real estate documents, a lot of your business is probably going to come from like the various signing platforms, and they don't care if your name is whatever. They're just going to see who is available and go from you for there. But yes, I do general notary work. And that was once I switched to general notary work, that was when I actually got a business name. Like I got into the notary business with no business name, no LLC. I didn't even have business cards, because I knew when I first started, I wanted to do the real estate documents, and I knew I was going to be signing up on the platforms. Now, once I got into it, and I was like, yo, this is not what I want, because I don't feel like printing out all these documents. I don't like the rush quickness of it. The last minute stuff. I want to be more in control of my schedule. So that's when I started getting into the general notary work. And that's when I created my Google business page. And in terms of your name, for that, I kept it really simple. I wasn't trying to be cute. I wasn't no Gold Digger Notary Services or Rita's Notary Services. I made a name that would get me found. And that, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to be able for people to Google me and my name to come up. So I would recommend you having a name that's SEO optimized so that when people Google for a notary, your name is going to pop up. And I think that is what has been helping me to continue to get business, because you're gonna find me. And people have told me like I'm in that top 3 or whatever, because of my name. The way I have my name structured, it's gonna pop. It's technically it should pop up for people. Now you're in California, which is a bigger area, so you definitely want to make sure whatever areas, if you're planning on doing general notary work, whatever areas you're planning on servicing, you might want to incorporate that name into your business name. That would be the advice for you. Website, you don't really need a website, especially if you get the Google business page. Like I said, that will help direct traffic. And even if you're doing the real estate documents and stuff like that, I don't really think a website is necessary, especially not getting started. Here's the thing, y'all, too. I'll say when it comes to like the side hustles or even with the notary business, nothing's set in stone. That doesn't mean you can't change later. That doesn't mean you can't add on stuff later. Like I pivoted in my business, especially that notary business, a lot. Because like I said, I started off with wanting to do real estate documents because that's where everybody says the money is. And you can still make good money just doing general notary work and doing, like I do weddings and the apostilles and that kind of stuff. And that wasn't even talked about. And I don't really have to provide any documents. I just need to show up with my stamp and do my thing. And sometimes I don't even have to leave the comfort of my home because people are sending me, mailing me stuff, and all I have to do is turn around and mail it somewhere else or whatever. So it just depends on what you're wanting to do. But it's not necessary, especially to get started. I think sometimes what happens is we go through all these things and we kind of get in our own way sometimes because we're like, I don't have this, I don't have that. Use what you got. What you have is enough to get you where you need to go. And once you get to that place, you'll figure out what else you need. So that's the best advice I can give you as well. But thank you, Nancy, for your question. And April says, my LLC is my name. You looking to sue me? April, the person broke. Go for go for it. Hopefully no one will sue you. But yeah, and also, well, I don't want to give out too much advice. You also have to be very strategic. The LLC doesn't necessarily protect you, so to speak. If someone wanted to sue you, they could. And because that's what some people, it says, I always remind people, is LLC, which stands for limited liability. It's not NLC, which is no liability. It's limited liability. If they really want to sue you, they can sue you. So just remember what LLC stands for. They can sue you if they really, really need to. The LLC, it does help, but it's not an NLC. It's not no liability. Because depending on what you do, they can find a way to get to you. And some people want to do an LLC for tax purposes. If you're doing it for that, like I said, I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax person at all. But if you're doing it for that, depending on how your LLC is set up, it will be the same as if you didn't have the LLC if you're only doing it for tax purposes. Now, you still should keep your things separate. Like make sure you're not mixing your personal and your business stuff. But when you go to file your taxes, for me, it just flows through as like, regular unless you have like a S corp, and then it can be a little bit different. But I'm not going to even get into that because, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about that. I just do what my accountant kind of tells me to do. And April says, don't wait on resources before you start. Become resourceful. Yes, I love that, April. Yes, you are your best resource. You literally are your best resource. I posted a video. I don't know if I posted on YouTube or not. That had came up on my Facebook page as a reminder that I had made that you are equipped with everything you need. Everything you need is already inside of you for you to be able to do all the things that you need to do. And it was a very on-time video. One, because I've told myself that before, like I created the daggone video or whatever. But just like that side hustle I'm going to be telling y'all about, like it's been sitting there. Like I had everything I needed. It's been sitting there for like over a year. and I haven't done anything with it. I have everything that I need, and I'm up here asking y'all, what side hustle should I start? Girl, like, you better look in your back closet and figure some stuff out. You got everything you need right now. Just act on the things that you have. This is my advice to myself. So I'm not talking to any of y'all. That's what I was telling myself. Like, girl, you already got, like, you up there asking them for side hustle recommendations, and you got like 2-3 side hustles sitting in your garage and in your closet that you haven't done nothing with. Like, pick one. Like, you got everything you need. You don't need to come up with anything new. And that's what we do. We're like, oh, maybe I need something different. Maybe I need something new. You got everything you need. So Incarnate says, that makes sense. Thank you so much for the advice. You're welcome. And April also says that it's so true. 99, y'all, I can't talk, percent of the time we really do have all we need. We really do. And it goes back. My thing is, when you are born, and I think I don't know if I talked about this on the channel or not, but when you are born, you have everything that you need. Like, who the genes are already in here, like how tall you're going to be, what color your eyes are going to be, like all of that is already programmed in your, like, you're equipped with everything you need from the time you're at, even though you can't walk, you have everything you need to be able to walk, to talk, all that kind of stuff. Even though when you're born, you can't do any of those things, but you're already equipped with all of that stuff. So that's how I look at anything that you are trying to tackle. Like, you probably already have everything in you. Everything that you need has already been placed inside of you. You just have to kind of like nurture it so that it can grow and blossom to what it's supposed to be. Like, nobody has to tell a baby how to walk or how to talk. Yes, we teach them. Yes, we give them food or whatever, but we don't have to necessarily put anything else in that child, because it's already inside of them and it just needs to grow. It's like the seed has already been planted. We just got to help nurture it so it can grow. So everything you need from the time you were born, your intelligence, your skills, everything that you need to accomplish what you need to do is already inside of you. You just got to tap into it and cause it to grow and develop and grow into the person that you are supposed to be. But you got everything. We got it. Like, God already placed that in us from the very beginning. That's why they say he knows the plans that he has for us, because he already placed them in us. He already knows what we're supposed to be doing. We don't necessarily always know, but he knows. He's already put it inside of us, and we just got to tap into it. So, all right. And April says, if you haven't even tried what you got, use that first and see if that fails. Hone that craft. Very, very good advice. All right, y'all. I have been on here too long. I was only going to try and be on here about 30 minutes. Your girl, I'm proud of myself. I got up this morning. I've been up since 4:45, y'all. I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I need to do my other workouts, and then I'm supposed to be cleaning the garage too. I need to do my other workout, jump in the shower. I don't know. I might do the workout, clean the garage, and because I'm gonna get sweaty again. I don't know, but your girl is tired. Your girl is tired, so I'm gonna try and stay up. I'm gonna try and take this little immunity shot or energy shot, a healthy energy shot. I'm gonna see if this little thing helps to give me a little boost of energy. But your girl is tired, and I got stuff to do. But anyway, but I hope this was a good side hustle Saturday. I know it was a little bit different. But I told y'all I'm going to be switching how the channel is kind of presented. Y'all let me know if you like it or not. If you don't, I guess I won't see you around, but hopefully you will, and you will enjoy it and stay around for the new stuff. All right. So yes. Thank you, April. I don't know why you're proud of me, but I appreciate it. I love y'all. All right, I'll be back on Tuesday for Tipsy Tuesday. Join me. What time is it, guys? Oh, shoot. What time did I say I was going to do Tipsy Tuesdays? 10 p.m. on Tuesdays. Bring your... See, y'all, my brain is going because I'm tired. Bring your beverage of choice, and I will be discussing tips that will help you either in your business or in your life. Haven't decided exactly what I'm going to be talking about on Tipsy Tuesday. It'll come to me. I'm sure it will. Yeah, I really need to start writing. I be thinking about so much stuff. So many things be coming to me, and I just don't even write them down. I'm like, oh, this would be good for me to talk about on the channel. Oh, this would be a good tip for Tipsy Tuesday. And then because I'll be driving in the car, so I can't really write it down or whatever. And then I'll say when I stop, I'll write it down. But anyway, it doesn't always happen that way. But I need to get better at writing it down or sending myself like a little voice note so that I can remember later. But yeah, thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm gonna try and enjoy mine, but your girl, like I said, I'm gonna take this little energy shot and see what happens. But I'm really close to crashing since I've been up early. All right. Let me read these final comments. April said, I'm about to buy a new bed. I'll be waking up tired too much these days. Yeah, now we've been trying to get a new mat. I ain't gonna say trying. My husband has been shopping for a new mattress for the longest time, and I'm like, dude, because more so it's causing back problems. Our mattress is old, so hopefully we'll have a new mattress too. We'll see. And then April says, I like it. I'm glad you like it, April. Especially since I know you came. Well, you're a mystery shopper and everything. Queen T, good to see you. Hanging. I'm trying. I am really, really trying. I think it's because I got up this morning early at 4:45. I've been trying to get up by 5. And then I went for a walk. That's why I'm in these clothes. I washed clothes. So I've already washed like 3 loads of clothes, folded up 2 loads of clothes, went for a walked like 6.5 miles. And then I ran some errands, came back, jumped on this just this live so I could be here with y'all. So I think I'm just tired, and I got something to eat too. So I think it's a matter of me just being up, having to walk, and I just finished eating. So it's like everything is just hitting me all at once. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm about to take this little energy shot and see what happens. If it doesn't kick in by 2:30, I'm laying it down. But yeah. All right. And April says, looking forward to it. And Nancy says, have a great day. All right, guys. Take care. See y'all. I can't promise I will be doing a live side hustle Saturday. I'm probably not. But if I do, it'll be a surprise. I'll let y'all know by Tuesday. But I will see y'all next time. But join me on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. for Tipsy Tuesday. Take care, guys.